Morning, welcome to Something Saturday. Let me sit myself down and just roll my chair into position. So today I thought we would have a quick look at a Sale-a-Bration item. So Sale-a-Bration, when you spend, until the end of February, when you spend $90, or for every $90 you spend, you get to pick something for free from this. So there are lots of different things in here. There's a watercolour melon set. There's the Sunny Days designer paper. There's the Flight and Airy, which has been really, really popular, that. Cradled in Love. Softly Stippled, Most Adored, both designer papers. The Heartfelt Hellos and the Trusty Tools. So all of those are $90 sets. Oh, and then this one is also a $90 set. That's Jungle Pals. But then you get onto some that actually you need to spend $180 to get. So for example, the Jungle Pals dies. So they cut out the little pals in this side, and then you've got some extra bits and pieces that are really kind of cool as well. And also the Softly Sophisticated, which is a stamp set with a embossing folder as well. Oh, and the Detailed Dogwood. So those ones are all the $180 ones. And then there is also an option to join. So please join my team. I would love you to join my team. The deal to join is simply amazing. So you spend you pay $169 to choose $235 of goodies, plus you get this amazing glass mat, which I have been using in some of my videos. Here it is. Whoops, that's the wrong way around. And you get the other bits and pieces that go with it. So after the video, hop on over to my blog if you're interested in doing that, because there's a link there to the join part page, so you can actually check out all of these details and things. Or you have a second option of choosing another $51 for free. So you could have the glass mat, or you could have that free option. Anyway, today we are going to have a look at Cradled in Love stamp set. So the reason we're doing this one is because I was at church earlier, and I quite often, I give them cards to be able to give out to people, and they said, "You got any baby cards?" And I went, "Oh, okay, no, because I don't really know people who are having babies. That's not the sort of set that I'm in, having had my babies, and they are growing up quite nicely, and I'm quite happy with the fact they're growing up. So of course, no, don't really have many baby cards, so I thought I'd better make some. So I have made this one already, and it's quite a cute set, and I have discovered some of the things that I've done wrong with it already. And I figured if I showed you, then you won't make the same mistake should you happen to get the same stamp set. So let's grab out a piece of cardstock, and I'm using, where's that gone to? There it is. I'm just gonna give it a quick rub down with my bone scorer so it's nice and flat for me. I'm using basic grey rather than going with a black, because the black can be a little bit harsh, and I have found out that the basic grey doesn't actually move when you use your Stampin' Right markers with it, whereas some of the colours can. So we are going to put this maybe over here so I can still see it and see what I'm doing, and hopefully not copy it, because otherwise we will be incorrect. Okay. Right. So the first thing I did was I added on my cot. And I've got to say that this is just such a clear picture. It just amazes me how they managed to create things that are so in focus and so clear. So let's give that a quick clean off. There we go. I really should have a stamping mat underneath this, shouldn't I? I bet someone's already told me that. And then, so now this was one of my first things that I think I've done wrong, because I only put the front 2 feet under it, and I actually think the whole thing is supposed to go underneath, and I've got a feeling that these little divots line up with the back. So we will give it a quick whirl and see whether that is the case. Okay, well, I'm guessing they're probably meant to, but I'm not quite sure whether I should have had more lines going through the back there, but that's okay. We can work with that. It probably does look better actually sitting on the mat completely than not sitting on, you know, only having half of it sitting on the mat. So then onto here we add this one, and that just goes over the top of the cot. And then we add that one. So you've then got that. Then the other thing I discovered that I had done wrong was I put my little bottle on that way, and it wasn't until I actually had it all stamped down there that I realised my milk is defying gravity. So obviously the bottle actually does need to go that way round. Not really sure where I'm going to put the bottle now. Okay, well, maybe I will just rest it up against that leg and hope that works. At least my milk is not defying gravity anymore, or water, or whatever it might be that's in the bottle. And then there's this really cute little elephant that I did put down the bottom there, and I'm wondering whether I pop it up the top either side of a saying in a minute. We might do that. Okay, so the reason the saying was on this was because I stamped it wonky, but then I thought I could show you how to create that. So we're going to just do that. So stamp your saying, welcome little one. The other saying in it's quite nice as well, bundle of joy. And then welcome little one, sweet baby girl, boy, bundle of joy. So the way that I did this, oh, excuse me, my goodness. You'll accuse me of staying awake just for you guys or something weird like that. Anyway, I know what I'm talking about. All right, so you can get... So you've got half of it that way, and then just pop it back in. And, oopsie, hold on to it. So I want to see whether we're going to be in the right spot. So what you can do is you can sort of clamp it down slightly until it holds it, so that you can work out whether that's going to be in the right spot, which it wasn't quite. I reckon that will do. Get rid of that piece. And then that is my welcome little one in a, you know, little pea pod, I guess. That's what I was going to do. So if I then find out where I'm going to put that, then I can stamp an elephant either side. So we can have one Ellie and two Ellies. There we go. And I have to admit, I think you want to enjoy colouring in if you get this set, because I'm not really convinced that I can see another way of doing things with it. I certainly wouldn't want to be cutting out lots and lots of pieces of designer paper and sticking it on. So I think if you like colouring in or very fussy stuff, then you'll quite enjoy this set. Otherwise, you might not. Anyway, then I have used my Stampin' Right markers. So I've used the Subtles collection because, you know, people just like baby cards to be subtle colours. Normally, if it's me doing it and I'm giving it to someone else, then it's not going to be a really subtle card, because I'm not like that. Not very keen on really subtle things. However, let's see. Oh, I need a bit of scrap paper. Hang on 1 minute. Oh, goodness, this is a huge bit of scrap paper. Don't actually want quite that much. Let's just do that. And move that to one side. Okay, I want to find out what colour this comes out as. Well, that's not too bad. I quite like that. So therefore, I'm going to go ahead and colour in this. And I will speed the video. So there was something that I wanted to show you with this. When you're using these pens, if you let the colour completely dry, you see how it's got like these lines on this blanket that's hanging over the edge of the crib. I want those lines to be a little bit more bolder. So if you let the colour dry completely, then you can actually go over these lines again, and you will find that it deepens the colour. So you can see with this one that I've made that yellow very slightly darker than the rest of the blanket, and now I've made this one slightly darker than the rest of the blanket just by, this is the petal pink, so I've just gone over it again to get that effect. Don't know how else I'm going to colour this in. So, so in order to add a bit of colour around the edge of this, all I've done is literally just taken my pen and gone ahead, added colour like this. Until I was happy with the way that it came out. And I've also done the same around the edge of the card, so just a case of going around the edge of the card like this. Oh, not sure what that is. I think I might have to put a bit of bling on that. Seem to have an extra spot that looks like it's actually ink. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this off and pop it onto my blog. Obviously, that will go into the middle of it. And hop on over to my blog, check it out. If you want to order anything, don't forget, if you order $90 of goodies, then you'll get something free to pick out of the Sale-a-Bration catalogue. Or as I say, you can join my team. That's a great deal. All right, thanks so much for joining me. Come and join me next Saturday. Bye.